Welcome to the podcast of Andy Collier-talks cricket memorabilia. After last week's podcast and the mention of Alex Stewart, his cricket bat that he used at Barbados in '94, I did put something on Facebook, the Spirit of Cricket Collecting, that I actually played with Alec and I played against Alec, and sort of set off a few people saying to me or asking me to sort of tell us a little bit more about my cricket career. So anyway, got a lot to put on this week with bits and pieces turned up, so all I'll do is I'll get all the photographs together, or some of them, and do a little bit about that next week. So keep them peeled, as it were. So anyway, just starting this week, I finally finished John Lithgato's book on Victor Richardson. Fantastic book. If you can actually get hold of one, I know he's got some left, so if you want to get hold of one of these, it's a fantastic book, plenty of information. He's done a fantastic job on the research and some lovely introductions by Greg and Ian Chappell. Obviously his grandfather there, so well done to John. And if you need any information, I'm pretty sure he's on Spirit of Cricket Collecting, so hopefully you'll push a boat out and buy one of these. It's a fantastic book. Well done, John. And on the other front this week turned up the news bulletin for the Cricket Society. Plenty of good information and articles in there. Good society to be involved with. They've got £25 a year, I think, so good society to be involved with, and go to their talks and dinners and whatever. Just had the Book of the Year award and all that sort of stuff, so good society. Another one on the book front this week was one that turned up was The Legends of Hobbs and Sutcliffe by Andy B. Just started that yesterday while watching the snooker. It looks like it's going to be a pretty good book, Andy, so well done on that one. You can get that on Amazon. It's only £12.99 I think was the price, so it's a good one to get hold of, and quite easy reading as well. Some nice big lines between gaps in the lines there, so should be a fairly straightforward book to read. So well done, Andy B, for that book. And then Andy Alicote over there in Australia, he kindly sent me this lovely coaching manual here, 1947, written for the South Australian Cricket Association, incorporated by Arthur Richardson, AJ Richardson. So there's some great bits and pieces in here. Took me back, a leg glance on that one there. A pretty rare booklet, as all in all, I think. Not really seen many of these around, and other people on the website haven't seen these around either, so it's a pretty rare little booklet. Just took me back onto my school days when I used to go into the library. The only book I ever took out was the one on cricket or football, and it showed you how to bowl the away swinger and the in swinger, seam ball and all that sort of stuff, and how to bat, what have you. So I did find a nice photograph in my bits and pieces of me as about a 7-year-old, so look forward to showing you that next week. The other thing that came through there with Andy was these two lovely postcards. One of Adelaide, that's a festival hall there, I think, that one, and then one of Melbourne there. So thanks, Andy, for putting those over. He's not a great postcard collector, so no wonder he's getting them off. The other thing that came for Andy to pass on to him in Australia, just a lovely little autograph book. On the front there you got Norman Yardley and Neil Harvey there, Don Brennan, not quite sure the other ones. We've got a lovely one a little bit further on. There's Herbert Sutcliffe and Lynn Hutton there, very nice. But it's got a lovely Jardine here, if I can find it for you. It's also got Sussex and Yorkshire in here. There's a lovely Jardine with Larry Constantine over here. So it's got a nice Jardine in there. And then, where are we here? You've got Sussex and Yorkshire there. Quite nice signatures there. Who's he got there? Jimmy Parks, James, and then on the other one you've got F.S. Truman, Eddie Ledbetter, Wilson, Vic Wilson. So some famous names on there for you to enjoy over there in Australia, Andy. Well done on that. I know he's got a couple of other bits and pieces to come through. And then for me, coming from Australia this week, was these lovely itineraries, MCC itinerary there for 63, with the 1963 side on there that was managed by Duke of Norfolk. and it's got some nice advertising there. Not you want advertising. The clean cigarette. That's kind to your throat. What about that for a bullshit? Thank you very much. And that was Craven Filter. So that's a nice picture card there. Another lovely one here from the advertiser, 1953 Coronation Tour. And there's all the fixtures in there. And the team will have you on the back of there. So it's a nice fixture card. So these ones come from Australia, so not seen very much over here. And then we've got the lovely one here, the MCC Tour of Australia, 1974-5, which Dennis Amiss won. Which we lost again. We've got some of the pen pictures in there and bits and pieces. Fixtures on the back. There's one up, just noticed someone up there with David Lloyd there. Remember that famous ball we got straight in the box from Jeff Thompson? Went down like a sack of spuds. Everything that was in there came out apparently. So he says on his speeches. So never unforgettable bit of cricket there. Another thing that came through was it's my first cricket India brochure, 1959 Tour of England, which is edited by Gordon Ross. Some nice bits and pieces in here, lovely, good profiles of all the players there. We've got there Cricket in India, A Glance into the Past by Roy Webber. A nice article on the back there. You've got CK Naidu there. He was captain in 32, I think, might have been 36, but and there's a rather interesting way of playing the shot there. Talk about getting your head over the ball. I think he's lost all the basics there, all in one go. So nice brochure there from India. And then finally the last, well, there's one more here with a lovely photograph here of DJ Knight of Surrey. He never went on a cricket tour as a player, so whether he's gone to or travelled through Egypt following the England team, or perhaps Martineau's team, as John Farmer pointed out yesterday, but he certainly didn't play on any of them. But there's a lovely photograph of DJ Knight there. A Surrey and England player, played 2 games for England in 1921, but I was reading yesterday that he got a severe blow on the head while he was fielding that short leg, which he took 2 or 3 years to get over. And that was, I think it was 1920, something like that. So he was probably still having the effects of that blow 2 or 3 years later, even when he played for England. So he was quite a good player. So a lovely photograph there of DJ Knight on a camel by the pyramids, and the Sphinx over here. Nice thing. And then finally the bits and pieces have turned up from Knights that one of them I forgot to pick up. This one I bought on the Sunday, which is a lovely, beautiful condition signature sheet here of the Australians. I did say it was 1968, it was actually 1966-67 tour, which South Africa won. Graham Pollock got a double 100, and I think he averaged 72 on this tour. So it's a lovely signature sheet there. Slightly different because it's got the manager at the top there. I've looked at the other ones I've got, and they're down the bottom, so slightly different design there for their signature sheets. Then the last things that I'll show you this morning, they've actually turned up from the Knights, which I forgot to pick up, are 3 posters. Excuse me for disappearing. We've got posters here that we've got Lily, I'm not sure you can see that, they're Daily News, all Australian ones these. Lily test bid there, a nice poster. And then we've got this one here, this is a handwritten one, Dennis Lilly again. Not easy to show, I've got to say. Evening News, this one says Lily last shocks England, so it's about late 90s this one, so nice one there with the memory of one of the greatest fast bowlers. And the last one was obviously everybody was talking about Dennis Lilly and Jeff Thompson. And in the news of the world, their private lives of the cricketing terror twins, which is a great poster there, nice colour one there. So quite pleased with those posters. Quite what I'm going to do with them, where I'm going to put them, I don't know yet, but not quite sure Bridget won't see these on the wall, so we'll have to play with cards right there. So yeah, so anyway, just one last thing there on the Alex Stewart front. There's his Surrey cap there. Alec, bought this, can't remember where I bought it from now, at auction somewhere I expect. But I did take it and show Alec, and he said to me, he played for Guildford over in Australia, and he said he swapped this for some Don Bradman memorabilia, this cap. So there is a signature in there, but it's not very clear. So a nice one of Alec's first Surrey caps there. So next week I'll be doing a little bit on myself next week, because I don't think there's too much turning up this week in the post. So hopefully you'll enjoy that, and I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.